What's going on, everybody? I'm AJ, and this is another beer review with Straight from the Tap.
She won't bother me no more. And if you're drinking, well, you know that you're my friend. And I say, I think I'll have myself a beer.
Today we're going to review a beer that some people may criticize me for reviewing, but you know what? Who cares? Today we're going to review the Budweiser Copper Lager. This beer is, for all intents and purposes, it is Budweiser aged on Jim Beam oak barrel staves. So you know what? It is now 6.2% as opposed to the 4.5 to 5% regular Budweiser that everyone's been drinking for years and years and years. But this is Anheuser-Busch just trying to keep up with the craft beer revolution and barrel aging and things like that. So you know what? More power to them. Let them try it. So for scientific purposes, I figured I'd try it out. So 6.2 lager. Now when it comes to bourbon, Jim Beam's usually my drink of choice. I really hope that this beer doesn't turn that idea. Little 12-ounce bottle. Take one more look at it. Budweiser. Evil Empire. Who cares? But let's take a look at the glass. Clear body. Nice copper complexion to it. And maybe slightly off-white head. You can see there. So, hey, let's give it a sniff. Now, I gotta sniff it a little bit more because initially all I'm really smelling is Bud. Now I'm being very generous here and maybe a little bit of bourbon in there, and that's probably about as far as I can go of aroma more than Bud. Bud, if you've never sniffed it before, if all you do is chug it and stuff like that, then all you really get is the malted barley. It's actually even made with rice, but malted barley, rice, and watered down hops essentially. But I mean, that's really all it is all of that plus a tiny smidge of bourbon. Let's give it a taste. Well, we're gonna have an open mind here, everyone. Open mind. Okay, so very straightforward Bud taste. The malted barley. All the other malts and stuff that they use in it. Watered down hops. Nothing. It's very run-of-the-mill domestic type beer. But the more you taste it, you maybe, again, just being a little bit generous, maybe a little bit of vanilla, a touch of the bourbon, and geez, maybe even a little bit of caramel nutty taste, slightly. Again, I'm being very generous here. I'm really trying to be open-minded with this beer because, bourbon barrel aged anything is worth a try. But, Anheuser-Busch is really just grasping at straws, just trying to make something barrel aged just for the name, because a lot of times people say, oh, barrel aged, hey, let's try that. But, barrel aged Bud is, you can paint a turd gold, it's still a turd. But I really find myself, grasping for characteristics. But, I mean, it's really only Bud dressed up a little bit. But for your typical domestic beer drinker, like my dad, 30-year police veteran of the Philly Police Department, this would be his furthest in craft that he goes. You know what I mean? And You know, he'd be like, oh yeah, I drink craft beer. I drink Budweiser Copper Lager. But hey, to each their own. You know what? Let me give you one piece of advice, everyone. It's only beer. It's only beer. So make sure you hit that subscribe button down in the corner. Get all the updates on all my videos. And happy drinking, my friends, and cheers. I'll see you next time. Jesus Christ, I still like Jim Beam, don't I? Oh, Jesus. Yes.